It has been a closed economy for the past 6 decades, and we have opened every sector of the economy, mainly the financial sector, the telecom, logistics, and other sectors as well. These all sectors need investment, and our embassy and embassies across the world are focusing in promoting Ethiopia's potential, this economic reform program, and attracting investment and enhancing trade. The relationship between the two countries is long-standing. It's a very strong and exemplary relationship. Despite the many challenges throughout the past so many decades, the relationship remains solid. The UK has been a strong supporter of Ethiopia's development through official development assistance, mainly focusing on social sectors. But now with the global shift from development assistance towards investment and trade, there is also a shift from the UK side as well to focus on enhancing economic partnership. With the implementation of the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement, Africa will be the biggest market for UK investment. Ethiopia's market is really new and the opportunity is huge. So we will be a very competitive and attractive market. And as an embassy, this will be a strong tool for us to promote Ethiopia's potential and attract investments in various sectors.
Thank you, Ambassador Biruk, for being our guest today.
Thank you so much, Haimanot, for having me on this important platform. Thank you for having me.
So before directly proceeding with the questions, I would be grateful if you could briefly introduce yourself and your roles.
Yes, my name is Ambassador Biruk. I'm Ambassador of Ethiopia to the United Kingdom and Ireland. I have been in this field for the past more than 20 years, and I have an experience in working in different countries. Mainly, my first post was in London as a junior diplomat, and it's a full circle for me now as an ambassador. I've also been served in New York and briefly in Berlin.
Thank you. I will start our discussion with the broader concept, economic diplomacy. Economic diplomacy has become one of the key pillars of foreign policy in Ethiopia, and it is increasingly playing a strategic role in advancing and promoting the country's economic and development objectives as global competitiveness for finance, investment, trade, and technology intensifies. Of course, the role of ambassadors, diplomats, and embassies would evolve from the traditional roles of political representation to more of promoting and advancing the country's economic objective. The recent diplomatic guide, which was launched in June 2025 by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Finance, Ethiopian Investment Holdings, and Ethiopian Securities Exchange, also reinforces this shift from the traditional political representation roles of embassies to economic diplomacy, promoting the investment narratives of the country. So the purpose or the roles of ambassadors and diplomats in this diplomatic guide would more related to attracting investments, enhancing investors' confidence, bringing in potential investors, and also securing finance for key practice areas. As an Ethiopian ambassador to the UK and Ireland, how would this concept, this economic diplomacy, and the concept is included in the diplomatic guide, would define your roles and approach on how you implement the activities?
Yeah, thank you so much. As you have mentioned, recently a diplomatic guide has been launched, and it's clearly stated that the diplomatic activities of the foreign ministry is centered at finding investment, trade promotions, and also focusing on enhancing Ethiopia's development endeavors. With that, the central focus for our embassy is also based on the guideline put in the diplomatic guidelines, which is promoting Ethiopia's investment potential, Ethiopia's economic endeavors, and its economic policies. We are working in line with our economic reform programs, which is quite recently launched and in a big way underway to open up Ethiopia's economy. It has been a closed economy for the past 6 decades, and we have opened every sector of the economy, mainly the financial sector, the telecom, logistics, and other sectors as well. These all sectors need investment, and our embassy and embassies across the world are focusing in promoting Ethiopia's potential, this economic reform program, and attracting investment and enhancing trade. So it is in line with the investment guide that embassies are working. They're working 24/7 in promoting the economic opportunities.
Thank you, Ambassador. Regarding the relationships between the UK government and Ethiopia, UK has been one of the most consistent development partners for Ethiopia, both on the humanitarian aspects and also on the economic strategic cooperation. Historically, the DFID, the Development for the Department for International Development, and now through the FCDO and BII, it has been supporting and financing many of the projects in education, health, food, and crisis management programs. And we've also recently seen the investment made by BII in the telecom sector for Safaricom Ethiopia. So it seems that the trajectory is evolving from more of an aid-centered approach to strategic economic cooperation focused on mutual prosperity and promoting or fostering sustainable private sector development. How do you assess this current state of the relationship between these two governments, and what are the emerging opportunities that that would be relevant for the Ethiopia to further leverage on?
Yes, as you have mentioned, the relationship between the two countries is long-standing. It's a very strong and exemplary relationship. Despite the many challenges throughout the past so many decades, the relationship remains solid. And you've rightly mentioned that the UK has been a strong supporter of Ethiopia's development through official development assistance, mainly focusing on social sectors. But now with the global shift from development assistance towards investment and trade, there is also a shift from the UK side as well to focus on enhancing economic partnership. This in line with our economic reform programs. We are focusing on creating strong investment partnership with the UK. And you have mentioned that there are different mechanisms that the UK investment is channeled towards Ethiopia. Recently, the UK has been launching different strategies, mainly the UK trade strategy, which is encouraging UK investment to have greater trade relationship with different countries around the world. It's also focusing on Africa as well, as Africa is expected to be the next global growth pillar. With the implementation of the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement, Africa will be the biggest market for UK investment, and UK is encouraging its investors towards Africa to have mutual partnership with African countries. There is a specific initiative launched in September 2023, named Developing Countries Trading Scheme, which encourages specifically least developed countries to have a preferential trade with the UK markets. And the new trade strategy also streamlined this trading scheme and improved some of the bottlenecks within the implementation of the DCTS. This gives Ethiopian Ethiopian trade more opportunity in the UK market as well. On the other hand, there is huge opportunity in Ethiopia in different sectors. Key pillars, key investment sectors identified, such as agriculture, mining, ICT, tourism, and manufacturing. These are focus areas for UK investment as well, and there is huge interest to engage in these different sectors. As an embassy, we are promoting to the UK markets as it aligns with our interest, our policies and guidelines. So there is an alignment of interests, and there is huge opportunity to have more strong partnership and solidify the existing relationship between the two countries.
Thank you. Maybe regarding this developing countries trading scheme, to what extent are the exporters in our country are currently using these preferential trading arrangements schemes?
It's a very good question. When it comes to using this opportunity, I'm afraid we are not using it as much as we have to, because first, it's a recently launched scheme, just recently, 1.5 years ago, and we need to create more awareness in terms of the opportunity. The other one, there might be some challenges within the initiative itself, but with the new trade strategy, those challenges might be resolved, and there will be a bigger opportunity in using this initiative. So we need to create more awareness for business in Ethiopia. There is an opportunity here. If we see, for example, tariffs by the US administration, it is an opportunity for our businesses to look into other initiatives such as DCTS and use these opportunities. But the critical thing here is to create awareness, to give more information about this initiative and use the opportunity.
So it means it's an opportunity that's currently available for Ethiopian exporters, because we've seen challenges to export products to the US market. So we need to see other possible options. So it's currently available for the Ethiopian exporters.
Indeed, yes. It's the scheme is for more than 68 countries, but it has different categories, and almost all of the least developed countries have 99% quota and tariff-free opportunities for the UK market, except armaments. So this is an opportunity for Ethiopian exporters. And with the new trading scheme, there is an improvement in the implementation regarding the origin of resources. That means Ethiopian exporters can bring resources from other countries and add values within the country and export to the UK market. This, in previous times of implementation, had a little bit stringent, but now it's improved so that our investors, especially manufacturing sector, would have greater greater opportunity to use the market.
Yes, that's correct. I've heard that exporters are being challenged with previous requirements due to market access conditions and certifications that it used to require. So with the lifting of these requirements and access conditions, then they would be able to effectively utilize this opportunity for export. Maybe do you think there are areas that your office can collaborate with the relevant domestic regulators, such as the Ministry of Trade and Regional Integration, to create the awareness, because export is one of the important areas for both domestic investors and foreign investors in Ethiopia. Manufacturing sector is one of the key priority areas based on the homegrown economic reform agenda as well.
Exactly. We need to cooperate the embassy with relevant stakeholders in Addis. We need to cooperate and really create the awareness and also feed the necessary information for exporters so that they can exploit the opportunity here. As Ethiopia is aspiring to be a manufacturing hub in Africa, this is a great opportunity really to exploit, and we need to seriously collaborate with stakeholders. What opportunities are there in the UK market as well as alternative market in different emerging market as well, and have a market intelligence and also feed to our investors about the opportunities. So it needs greater collaboration and coordination.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. My next question would relate to the investments being made by UK again. It appears that the UK is adopting a kind of dual track approach for the investments in Ethiopia. One is the catalyst investment being made by the BII, and the other would be the institutional and technical support from the FCDO. BII has already made a significant investment for the Safaricom Ethiopia's telecom rollout, and the 40 million USD core facility financed with FMO to Dashen Bank to provide access to foreign currency for agribusiness investors. That was a significant investment, and FCDO has been supporting many projects in Ethiopia, including the 66 million USD support to the Ethiopian Investment Advisory Facility for Industrial Policy, Trade, Logistics, and even WTO Accession. FCDO has also been significantly supporting the financial sector reform programs through the FSD Ethiopia and FSD Africa programs. Do you think this supports this dual track engagement by the UK government for the investments in Ethiopia would have a significant role in enhancing investors' confidence, strengthening institutional reliability, and broadly de-risking the market in Ethiopia?
The UK has been a lead support for our economic reform programs, and their support in various sectors follows this process as well. They are chair of Ethiopia's Working Party in general to join the WTO negotiation process, and they see the greater picture, the greater market in Ethiopia. Their support through BII and the UK Export Finance, for example, the UK Export Finance also supports Ethiopian Airlines to buy Airbus, and as you have mentioned, the BII also supports the telecom sector as well. These are very important areas, economic areas that has been closed for example, the telecom sector that has been closed for so many decades, and supporting these areas would give other investors the confidence to go into Ethiopia and invest in different sectors. So it's not simply supporting some areas, but really boosting the confidence that Ethiopia is really ready to do business, and this support through FCDO and other sectors as well, in harmonization our trade rules, trade regulations as well, tax regulations. These are the supports we are getting from the UK in capacity building, in technical assistance as well, so that they are supporting the economic reform programs. This gives confidence for other investors to go and join hands and really bring changes to the economy as well. So it's really critical and important support in boosting confidence, investor confidence.
Thank you. Yes, it's true. You've mentioned that the Ethiopian government has taken different measures in liberalizing key sectors, including the telecom sector. It has also enacted different legislations to make the country attractive for foreign investment, and also streamlining procedures, regulatory procedures to streamline to attract foreign capital. But this alone would not be sufficient. Of course, embassies should promote these investment narratives of the country to enhance investors' confidence, and also to build trust and build the global image for the country. And UK as a global financial hub hosts different financial institutions, DFIs, commercial lenders, banks, and also private equity firms interested in or focusing on the frontier market. What mechanisms does your office employ to promote Ethiopia as an investment destination for foreign investors, and to what extent has this been successful so far?
Yes, as we have stated, our central activity is promoting Ethiopia's economic potential, investment potential, and our embassy has been doing different activities in promoting these potentials, starting from one-on-one engagements with different investors, and also participating in different investment forums as well. The other one is organizing investment events in different areas in coordination with other investment organizing bodies, as well as the embassy itself. For example, we have been engaging in different investment forums and promoting Ethiopia. And with this, we have witnessed the growing interest of UK business and supporting them to work with institutions like Ethiopian Investment Holding, the ICT Center, and there are a couple of investors who are starting their engagement in investing in Ethiopia. We are organizing, for example, a sector-specific investment forum here in the embassy. Tomorrow, coincidentally, tomorrow there will be an investment forum on mining, which is a critical, a priority area identified by the government, and we will have a testimony by a company who has been engaged in the gold mining sector, Kefi Gold. We are inviting investors, financiers, to know the potential of Ethiopia's mining sector, and we are coordinating with the British Embassy in Addis as well as the mining ministry. This is how we are coordinating and promoting Ethiopia's mining sector. Again, coincidentally, there will be another event at the embassy focusing on coffee, both in its tourism aspect as well as trade aspects. It will be on after 2 days of the mining event, and we are inviting stakeholders from Addis, from here as well, Ethiopian diasporas who are engaging on the coffee sector in promoting coffee, having documentary films on coffee as well. So we are joining hands to promote Ethiopia's potential to the UK sector as well. We have been we have seen growing interest in engaging with Ethiopia's economic sector, the various sector, and big companies are starting to implement, to engage in different sectors, like Kagul in the ICT sector. They have been in Ethiopia and also recruiting local talents, training local talents in the ICT sector. So it's a huge opportunity. We just start, I believe, and we need to strengthen our activities so that we should have our fair share from the UK market.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. I fully agree, and I've seen many of the events that you've been doing so far on different medias and social media platforms. You're doing a very great job, and I believe most of the reform measures should be promoted to the investors. For instance, if you see the financial sector reforms, these were one of the major challenges for mining and large-scale projects, and the resolution of this issue should be promoted because it will definitely attract most investors to these sectors, and it's one of the priority areas for the government as well. We've also seen the 600 million UK-based investment Asset Green PLC with Ethiopian Investment Holdings, which is also a significant investment interest from the UK side. Do you also see an interest in this regard in public-private partnerships because it will de-risk all the concerns in the market? It would be something that we should also promote. Do you think there is potential interest in these areas or to invest with the government?
Yeah, the public-private partnership platform is a creative platform that we have started. And as we have said, Asset Green has signed an agreement with Ethiopian Investment Holding, and there is a growing interest in different sectors as well, specifically energy and also agribusiness as well. Looking at the successful signing of agribusiness with Ethiopian Investment Holding, there are other companies who are requesting to form PPP with different institutions, mainly Ethiopian Investment Holding, and it gives the Ethiopian Investment Holding gives us the confidence to attract investments and join in a PPP format with companies in Ethiopia, but mainly with Ethiopian Investment Holdings. So this is a creative mechanism, and it creates it gives confidence for investors here to join with Ethiopian companies and Ethiopian institutions with a PPP format.
What are the specific benefits that investors would have by investing with the government or with the Ethiopian Investment Holdings? Because I believe this would be important for the investors as well to understand.
Yes, the main benefits are the bureaucracy, simplifying the bureaucratic hurdles for investors who wants to go and invest in Ethiopia by their own. So joining hands with Ethiopian Investment Holdings will alleviate that challenge and will give the responsibility to simplify the bureaucratic process within the country to Ethiopian Investment Holdings. So investors will take their money, join hands with Ethiopian Investment Holdings, and without having that complicated, if I may say, the bureaucratic hurdles within Ethiopia, would simplify their investment process as well. The other one is guarantee. You will have a strong guarantee with working with Ethiopian Investment Holding, and investors need that confidence and to invest their money in Ethiopia. The third one, of course, is by finance. Ethiopian Investment Holding has its own finance, and for investors to have that kind of mechanism will also give them confidence and attract to invest in priority sectors.
Interesting. Investors who agree or who plan to engage in large-scale investments, such as the investments with PPP frameworks, would put significant weight on the regulatory predictability and the responsiveness of the government. And the embassies are the first point of contact for such investors to raise concerns and also secure reassurances regarding the regulatory framework and the investment readiness of the country. What kind of strategic ways do diplomats and embassies adopt to address concerns and issues raised from different investors interested to invest in Ethiopia, and to what extent the embassies and the domestic regulators are also responsive to address these issues raised by potential investors?
Yes, embassies, we are working through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, are working also with different stakeholders in Ethiopia, and we are giving the necessary information for investors and also addressing their concerns. The first thing we do is availing the information for investors and to have a clear picture about the investment opportunities, regulatory mechanisms, and addressing their issues. That's the first thing we do. And also, while they are traveling to Ethiopia for investment visits, we coordinate with different stakeholders, such as the Ethiopian Investment Commission and other sectors, to have a very conducive environment in having information and also having field visits to different areas. This is how we build the confidence of investors, and also we have a follow-up meeting with those who have been traveling to Ethiopia, and also discuss issues that might be raised after their visit to Ethiopia. So pre-investment and also after pre-investment visits, as well as after visits, meetings have been done by embassies to communicate and to understand their issues, and also address if there is any concern that might be raised by investors. These are how we are approaching, in addition to the information and clarification that we are giving to investors.
Thank you very much. So all government institutions which are relevant to address the concerns will be involved and are ready to address the questions and concerns. So my other discussion point would be the diaspora engagement. The UK diaspora is one of the largest and the most influential globally, having contributions across sectors, from academics to entrepreneurship and remittance contribution to the country as well. It is well recognized that these supports and contributions are very important, but also the diaspora community should also play an active role in this soft power tool, cultural promotions, arts and heritage promotions, and language preservations. How do you engage the diaspora community to leverage these soft power tools and build a good image globally for the country, and also promote the cultural heritage, and also promote the tourism sector as well?
When we see the diaspora community, we have to be clear that there are different generations of diaspora communities, and generally they are working really amazing in contributing for the peace, stability, and development of Ethiopia. And with these different diaspora generations, we are deploying different mechanisms to engage these diaspora communities. Commonly, we engage with the first generation to give information and to engage them to contribute for the peace and stability, as well as development of the nation. For the second and third generation, we are deploying mechanisms to teach them to know their culture, to know their civilization, to know their history, so that they really engage with their communities back home, and also contribute for their communities. So there are different tactics that we are deploying on in engaging the diaspora communities, and they have been doing really amazing in the development of Ethiopia. For example, if we take the Ethiopian Grand Renaissance Dam, the UK diaspora community is the largest contributor of resources in mobilizing through GERD bonds and other resource mobilization mechanisms. In engaging the second and third generation, we are organizing and also planning to organize on regular basis different events and also to engage this third and third generation diaspora community with bigger personalities. For example, there was an event here organized by our embassy in collaboration with Ethiopian Airlines, bringing the renowned pianist Girma Ifashwa. So he has played his skill and he has shown how Ethiopians really represent Ethiopia in the global stage. So this is the mechanism we are deploying so that the third and the second generation be proud of their culture, be proud of their personalities, so that they learn from their culture as well. So different mechanisms for different generations of Ethiopian diaspora communities.
Very interesting. I believe these activities would help shape the international perception about our country and also build trust for investors and for foreigners to invest in Ethiopia. Regarding these global integrations, it has been reported that Ethiopia has already taken significant steps to join WTO, and it has been reported that we're planning to exceed, if things go as planned, by next March 2026. And one of the roles of embassies in economic diplomacy is to ensure that Ethiopia's interests are well understood by the different stakeholders abroad. How has your embassy, your office, been supporting these activities, these initiatives for global integration, the WTO and others? And what mechanisms do you deploy to ensure that the priorities of the country are well understood and presented to the relevant stakeholders?
Yes, we've set a hard deadline for us to join the WTO in the coming ministerial meeting in the African soil. It will be really a milestone and symbolic if we really keep this hard deadline. When we see the negotiation process, there will be the sixth round of the negotiation committee in Geneva, and we are preparing to have that working committee meeting and also showing some progress on the bilateral negotiations. There is a very good progress with China and the Russian Federation, and also there are other engagements with other countries by embassies as well as lead coordinators, lead negotiators from Ministry of Trade. As an embassy, we are facilitating with relevant bodies, for example, in the UK, and facilitating meetings with the Ministry of Trade as a lead negotiator, so that the process can be really quickened to meet our deadline. UK, as chair of the working party, to have concluded that bilateral negotiation will be really symbolic, and we are working closely with the Ministry of Trade to conclude that bilateral meeting with the UK, and they are very much positive in our engagements, and hopefully we will have very good progress up until to the next meeting.
Interesting. It will definitely be a great milestone for our country if you achieve it within the deadline. Thank you so much for the discussion. If you have any concluding remarks regarding the investment opportunities that Ethiopia is offering to foreign investors, I would be very grateful to have that.
Yes, thank you so much. When we see the global dynamics, it's a very challenging dynamics. And within this global dynamics, opening up the economy and be a competitive actor in this global dynamics will not be easy. However, with the commitment of the government, we have already started engaging the global economy and with the huge potential of Ethiopia, untapped resources, and also the young demography, we will be a very competitive actor in the global economy. If we see other countries, they have been integrating with the global economy, and the market has been really exploited, if I may say. But Ethiopia's market is really new, and the opportunity is huge. So we will be a very competitive and attractive market. And as an embassy, this will be a strong tool for us to promote Ethiopia's potential and attract investments in various sectors.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Biruk. It was great having you today.
Thank you so much, Amanat. It was really a successful, positive engagement, and I appreciate your engagements with different sectors in promoting the best potential. Thank you so much.
Thank you.